And we're back.
Hey everybody.
Hi.
This time, Sam has a different blanket. I have the same shirt.
He wasn't. He didn't have a blanket on him during our podcast last week.
Oh, he didn't. Well, now he has a different blanket.
Well, now he has blankie.
And now Josh is with us.
Yeah.
It's our buddy Josh.
Josh made our title thing. The Onion Trees logo.
Oh, yeah, okay. It took me a second to realize what you're talking about.
And Brett's here, because, Brett's always here.
Oh,
That's true. Yeah, it's just us four today. We don't have Carlos and or Charles.
we don't have the two C's.
Yeah, we don't have two C's, so we're
The
not.
seamen, if you will.
Stop.
They're both going to be very mad that you refer to them both as seamen.
But yeah, what should we start off with? I mean, did we have anything you want to talk about in particular?
Well, what's been going on again?
Yeah, what's been going on, Sam?
Absolutely fucking nothing. I have been home on break and I have been drawing. That is it.
That's almost my life, except I guess I've been doing more games and trying not to make my house just, a complete mess. Because you ever get into that funk where you're just like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, and you're like, I'll do it tomorrow, and before you know it, you just have a mountain of messes everywhere. Yeah,
That's why my room got so bad.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just trying to kick myself in the ass to clean and stuff. That, and also I feel like if I don't have something else to worry about, I can actually not have any excuses to not draw or program or do some stuff. And
Did you recently pick up programming?
Huh?
Did you recently pick up programming?
Just so I can be a little bit more ahead and doing some stuff because I'm taking a break off of this quarter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and because I barely passed by with my GPA, but because I felt like every time I was there was at least half the class already knew what to do, and I'm just like, I don't know anything. How does everybody already know this? And I'm just so behind.
You just feel inferior.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be there.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm just like. Oh, and it's there's no point.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah, it's the best feeling. So that's why I'm using this break, and I'm trying to really push myself to do stuff because I was like, I'm trying to not.
Sarcasm's unwarranted, Brett.
I'm trying to not give myself excuses oh, but you didn't clean your room when you didn't do dishes because I'm so lazy, Brett. I'm completely lazy, and I'll do.
I haven't been editing at all recently.
And I'll be I will literally give myself any excuse to not do stuff that I need to do, and that kind of sucks because I was no, I need to do this because I need to learn how to program, animate, and draw and stuff that I'm gonna do for my career. So when I go back, I won't be so behind with any other class that I'm in and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing. Just been trying to be more proactive, I guess. So, you, Josh?
Yeah. What about you? We haven't had you on I don't think any of our programming.
Wow, yeah. Welcome,
Yeah.
Josh, to... What episode is this?
The Prophecy.
Yeah, this is episode 84.
Somewhere in the 20s.
Oh my God.
This is episode 84, part A. Part B.
Oh my God. Well, first off, I just want to say this is the strangest couch I've ever sat on.
Yeah,
You get used to it.
You get used to
find
it.
a comfy spot, and then you don't want to fucking move.
Yeah, and then once you're there, you're just gone.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I find it.
That's exactly what happened to me last week.
Yeah, Brett was just... It fucking defeated Charles. He just,
Charles just passed the fuck
Dude,
out.
Charles missed the finale for BioShock.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was only participating or awake in one or two of our recordings, and we recorded at least 8 episodes. I
He
think.
passed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Jesus
What if I
Christ.
gotta do some stuff?
Enjoy my sound effects.
Yeah. See if I have any more.
I recently recorded some Banjo-Kazooie with Josh, too.
Oh, yeah. Look forward to that when I get around to getting into it.
Yeah. You just no. There's a link to your channel in the Discord that I can post the link to in the description.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Bandicoots, of course. Crystals, of course. That's how it goes.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. Okay.
Oh yeah, we have Mario. You have Mario Maker 2.
I do.
And I wanted to bring up the whole controversy that came up with it.
What was that?
The thing where Nintendo was like, you can play online, but not with friends.
See, that's the thing, though. They're actually
They're
fixing
patching
it.
that,
Yeah.
yes, but there has been no date of the patch release.
Oh, it's nice to have confirmation, though, at the very least.
Yeah, I know. It's funny that they're like, yeah, let's just throw online play, and that's it. We're not going to worry anything about it. Like,
Yeah.
they should have known better, especially considering that, like, that's kind of their whole gimmick, is making sure you can play with your friends.
Yeah. It's still straight. It's like Splatoon 2. Like they kind of have it, but at the same, it's like with the. It's funny because with Salmon Run, you can create a room, your friends join it, and then you go in. I don't know why it's not the same for
Mario Maker.
Turf Battle. Oh, I was gonna say Turf Battle.
Oh yeah.
But still,
I don't know about
yeah.
Splatoon.
But with Mario Maker, that might just be what happens.
Because they do that. They do that with Smash, where you can create a lobby, an arena,
Yeah.
and you can just have people join, and like that seems to work pretty fine. Aside from just the instability that
Yeah.
comes with Nintendo's online service. But I think that's just because they haven't. They're in the middle of. They're working on upgrading their servers, but because like now it's you pay what is it like $25 for an entire year?
20.
It's just 20?
Yeah.
That's a fucking great deal.
I know,
Like,
right?
I wasn't planning on getting it anytime soon because I usually don't play online things. Like I usually just play by myself because I'm not gonna beat myself up. I was doing that earlier. I usually just play by myself, or like I bring my Switch to the school and play with y'all. But like I got an online card for Christmas, so I was like, you know what, sure. But I haven't used it. Like I haven't used the online service at all.
Yeah, it's really, it's like, I need it because, I play Smash, I play Splatoon,
You play online things a lot.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not, oh fuck, I can't speak English, obviously. Come on, can I say curses on here?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
fuck you can't. What the
All
hell's wrong with
fucking
you?
time.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with
I
you?
just wanted to make sure. I want to make sure you guys.
What's your fucking language?
I don't think there's been a single episode where we haven't cursed.
Do you want to do that challenge where we get tased if we curse?
No. I just got here.
Because I know you have a taser.
Exactly.
So get the fuck
I've never
out
been
of here.
tased before, and I don't plan to get tased. I should probably get up. So while you're doing
It's a weird feeling. I'll tell you that right now.
Your muscles violently contract.
And it was funny because I tased myself and I like contracted, so I kept tasing myself until I fucking finally mustered enough strength to push my hand away.
That's awful.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know, it did.
And that's a civilian taser.
Yeah, it was tingly, but it didn't. I don't know, it didn't hurt. I don't know, it was weird for me.
It's because the electricity. I could be wrong. The electricity focuses more on shutting down your muscle system than actually hurting you.
I don't want to get tased.
You don't want to get electrocuted. You don't want Kilo's powers.
Why did you give me the controller?
Oh,
I
sorry.
was about to say.
I got confused for a minute there.
It's your controller now.
Okay,
It's
I guess
yours.
It's in my
No.
Yeah, it's your Switch.
Oh
I always
man.
wanted one. And it already has Smash Bros on it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Oh, okay. I remember that. I was gonna say. I know people. So I know.
Do you wanna move your phone, by the way?
Huh? Oh, get that before the couch eats it. I know that the online isn't great.
It needs work.
It needs work for sure. But I think people are giving it too much of a hard time because, let's be honest, $20 for a year? Is that really that bad?
No, it's a fucking
It's
steal.
great.
better than
just
Xbox
compared-
Live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Xbox Live is like $25 for
Isn't
3 months.
PSN
Yeah.
$30 a month?
So
No,
close.
not a month.
For 3 months.
For 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
Three.
The thing is, people don't understand that Nintendo used to do online services for free.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, because they weren't making any money from it, their infrastructure mirrored the fact that they weren't getting any income from it.
Yeah.
So now that they are getting income, they're using that. They hopefully are using that money towards upgrading their infrastructure.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're. Nintendo's a lot of things, but idiots they are not. A good example, the fact that they chose Banjo-Kazooie to be in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Not Sakurai, no one else. It was Nintendo, and they chose the DLC so far. And I gotta say, it's really good.
I'm just because I have like no affiliation with Dragon Quest. I'm just like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, it's cool for the fans, but like just looking at it from strictly like an outsider looking in and just looking at the fighter, he looks very underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, I love Dragon Quest. I haven't played all of them. I actually haven't technically finished a Dragon Quest game, but I really love the series. So for me, I got fucking that and Banjo, so I'm just like a fucking 10-year-old or something.
Oh, dude, I wasn't even a fan of Banjo, and like when I was watching the direct, and Sam was there, and like it was the Donkey Kong thing. I was like, what is going on? Then I see the Jiggy bounce across the screen, and I was like, wait, like I got excited, and I'm not even a Banjo fan.
Yeah, and there was a video. I've seen footage of Japanese gamers reacting to it. Yeah. They're as excited as we are.
Yeah, they got fucking hyped.
I mean, if anything, it's more the fact that it's a new Smash fighter than anything. It doesn't matter like if you're a fan of the series or not. That's
the thing that I found personally funny is like you look at Dragon Quest Hero. I just want to call him Dragon Quest Man because that's what a shit post him as. Dragon Quest Man.
Yeah.
You look at Dragon
the
Quest
garbage
Man. You look at Dragon Quest Man, and like to me, he just looks like a mashup of old fighters, which is fine. That's what I thought Cloud looked like at first, and I still think he does. Like his forward air and like most of his aerials are like ice.
Ganondorf took his down thing, didn't he?
His down smash, yeah. And like with the Dragon Quest Man, it's the same thing. It's like, okay, he looks like he plays a lot like Link. Even like just stance wise, it's almost the same. Like that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it feels more underwhelming to have something like that that's a repeat.
Yeah.
Whereas and then at the end of the direct, it was like, oh yeah, here's Banjo, and he has a completely new moveset that is like no one else's.
It's amazing.
Like, fucking rad. Alright, I'm down for that.
It still feels unreal. Like,
dude, I had one of those moments when Ultimate first came out where I was playing as Richter against Cloud on like I think Midgar, and I was just like, this video game isn't real. What am I playing?
Oh my god. Going back to the hero, I think that there's like enough like Dragon Quest stuff that they've thrown into his moveset that like makes it unique enough for my tastes. Like the little menu system they've got with the magic power. That's really cool, and that's gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be good at that.
That seems like the most. It's gonna sound bad, but like the most original thing. Like if you look at the entire fucking roster of Ultimate, which is every Smash character ever, that menu system. The only thing really comparable is Shulk's Monado Arts. Yeah. That and then also no, I'm thinking of Dissidia. Never mind. Because in Dissidia, Onion Knight has a very similar limit break or whatever it is.
Job system thing.
Yeah, where you go through the menus and like you change your job and you have to input specific commands. Like that's what it reminded me of too.
This is the best game ever. It's just, it's.
I feel guilty for not playing it more.
Well, we should play it today.
Yeah, a little bit smashing later.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm down.
I thought that was the plan.
Well,
why are you guys acting like we didn't?
Yeah, like we didn't already.
Wow, it's like
I just look over at Zane's phone and I'm just
reading some comics.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Well, it is, you know. I'm getting into reading.
I see.
It's helping my reading.
Right next to me, man.
In front of myself.
Do you need a blanket? No, you're fine. You got the pillow.
I have a pillow.
I have a pillow right here.
Yeah, man, these pants are getting tighter, dude.
I see what you mean about this fucking couch. I'm actually comfortable now.
Right now, dude, and then you'll be gone. Be careful not to be fucking destroyed.
I fall asleep very easily, I'll have you know. So, there's that.
Yeah, so...
Oh, you know what bugs me? I'm looking at your curtain over there. It's too small.
Yeah. What I hate is that this one touches the ground, but this one doesn't. But then I didn't notice that they put this one lower and that one's higher.
They did some really shitty measurements.
Wait, is that... Wait.
Yeah, that one's higher. That one's lower.
I'm trying to determine... It looks level to me.
That one's, if you look at the very top of the windowsill, or the window outline, that one is like not next to it. That one is like right next to it. Like it's on line with it.
Oh, what the fuck? I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah. But I will say, I have been reading, besides this.
Quote unquote reading.
Besides Dojinshi.
Yes, besides that. I started with some like comics, like some actual animes that have been out recently, like the manga forms,
I was gonna say.
and then like regular comics, and then I'm slowly trying to work into like light novels and stuff like that.
You just gotta build it up.
Yeah, because again, like I said, I can't remember what I just read, and I think we discussed this last time, didn't we?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, and so I'm just trying to like get it to less and less images to where it's like, okay, I can start actually projecting what's going on. But yeah, I've been, if anything, besides not doing programming and drawing and all that stuff, I've been reading a little bit more.
You've been doing general life improvements.
So that's pretty good, which I say I enjoy. But this stuff isn't like the real
It's
stuff.
not a hard read. You're like, it doesn't get your brain working. It gets something else excited.
Yeah, this is for my off time, and I haven't. But yeah, I've been reading, so I've been working on that because I don't know how to read words.
It's funny. It's like, I'm trying to work on my reading comprehension, and I'm like over here. It's like, yeah, I've been going into some hardcore science shit. Like, I watched a video about how apparently chimpanzees have better short-term memory than humans do, and that's been theorized to be because humans evolved the ability to speak.
So, oh yeah, because we had, I know what you're talking about. I had watched an H3H3 podcast about it, and they were going on about how, because we had decided to go and invent speech, that we lost some other things, like what we gained in speech, because we don't have to be
our
like...
brains had to sacrifice some things.
Yeah, the brain had to put some things aside, and it's not like we can't just remember things like that, but instead we can use our words to tell a story. Instead of just being like remembering every detail like that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a give and take kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I found that really interesting though. It's like the fact that you lost something to gain something. Like I didn't think at all.
It actually is pretty fascinating to like actually think about that, because chimpanzees are I didn't know this, but they're endangered. I learned that.
Really?
Yeah, chimpanzees are endangered. They're also our closest living relatives. So like there is some term that it was a Vsauce video that I was watching, and like he used some term to refer to the stage before humans and chimpanzees split evolutionarily. Like it was like closest living related something or another. Like it was a specific term, and it was like
I know what you're talking about. Oh fucking me! I know it. I saw it on PBS Eons or whatever the fuck. Ah, dicks, dude. That's gonna fucking bother me.
But it was talking about that, and like the chimpanzees stayed in the trees, but humans were just like, no, fuck the trees, dude. Go on the ground. And like because of all the threats that they had to deal with, they couldn't just like swing in the trees and avoid it. They had to like evolve some way to warn other people about it. And along with that came more of just other like general language things. It just evolved and evolved, but meanwhile, like other parts of the brain, because we weren't using them, they got smaller and just like stopped existing.
Remember they'd done the test with chimpanzees, or I think they said it was a year span to remember specifically what color and what number was associated with which color, and they could remember like right off the bat in that moment. I was like, holy
the
fuck.
The Vsauce video I was watching, he went
this
to I want to say it was Fuyuki in Japan, where there's this guy who's been studying chimpanzees for like 60 years or something like that, and he has this fuck. It just had the word. It's like
point proven.
yeah. Brains are fucking stupid. But it was like, it's a place where you keep animals in the environment that's similar to where they came from, and like
Habitat?
Like a
terrarium or whatever.
A wild?
a preserve, maybe.
A preserve, probably, yeah.
Nature preserve, yeah.
Nature preserve.
Something like that.
Somewhere
So he had him like in there, and then he would just making sure it was on there because like the guiding principle behind his research was, and I'm sorry I can't remember the guy's name and I feel really bad, but like you could probably look him up really easily. The guiding line behind his research was making sure that chimpanzees had the free will to do things on their own.
Yeah.
So you just set up this platform where they can go and like enter this little room. There would be a computer screen set up for them. On that computer screen, they were like, turn it on, like touch it and turn it on, and it would flash numbers. They'd have to locate the order of the numbers, like 1, 2, 3, and stuff like that, but also the location. So it would flash the numbers, and then it would blank them out. And the chimpanzees are like, okay, this is that, and like they tap the screen. If they get it right, they get a little piece of an apple.
Oh,
like,
wow!
It's
I didn't see the
rewarding.
full video. I just saw like, cause again recently I told you I've been doing stuff. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
I've been meaning to start listening to more podcasts.
Yeah, and well, cause like,
funny, we're recording.
yeah, we're recording
yeah.
a podcast. That's the funny thing. And the thing was that, which is funny because I listen to our podcast when I'm doing stuff as well. And because I don't know, because sometimes I'll be in the mood for music, but sometimes I'll be in the mood for like just something to keep my brain busy. And that's usually when I'm doing like some kind of like task or whatever.
Keep it stimulated.
Yeah, and I've just been listening to a lot of H3H3. It's just, I don't know, the way he just like, it's funny sometimes the way he does his podcast or with the people that he has on there. It's pretty cool. And I still can't get to, because I've met some people who like watch videos and they know exactly what's going on in the video. And I was like, haven't you watched this video before? They're like, no, it's just brand new. I was like, how do you watch it like that? You like just audio. Like I'm just like,
I can only do those specific
I can't do
things.
that. I can't do that at all.
Like if it's someone playing a game, then I can just like, I can just listen to it.
yeah, that's true.
Or like if it's speedrunning, like I was watching SGDQ, Summer Games Done Quick, recently, and like for most of the game I was just like, no, I want to watch this. This is just so fucking cool. Like Titanfall 2, watching a Titanfall 2 speedrun was really fucking cool.
I watched Breath of the Wild speedrun, and I'm just like watching this guy pull all these tricks, and I'm just like, how did
stasis on the middle, like
It's
you
like-
knock it and then you jump on it, yeah.
and then it's like running to Ganon's fucking like 3 hearts, underwear, fight.
Speaking of stasis and stuff like that, I was thinking of freaking replaying Dead Space. Because I remember Charles had brought it up last week about doing it in Discord. I was like, that'd be interesting.
We do that for Spooky Month.
Spooky Month. Oh, heck
Yeah, September.
Oh, okay, that's right, December. Spooky Christmas. And
What if that was instead of Nightmare Before Christmas, it was just Spooky Christmas?
Spooky Christmas.
That's what Tim Burton originally wanted it to be, but then they're like, come on, Tim.
Come on,
That's
Tim.
too silly. Come on.
That's too silly.
He's like,
Tim, you're better than this.
I remember I had played Bioshock, Dead Space 1. Sorry, I had played Biospace.
Dead shocks.
Dude, holy
Dead Shocks.
shit! Oh my god, the fucking what are those things called in Dead Space? I forgot. The morphs.
Necromorphs.
Necromorphs, Big Daddy, Necro Big Daddy.
Necromorph, like overtaking a Big Daddy.
Oh god, dude, that'd be fucking terrifying. But I had played Dead Space 1. I remember Dead Space 2 was great because they're like, hey, we should actually make more of a story for this guy. Because Dead Space 1 was like, you're just investigating the ship and what the fuck happened.
And then Dead Space 3 comes around and it's just like, hey guys, do you want multiplayer action? Hey, do you want to shoot Space Marines?
Yeah. And
That's what we got.
Yeah, that's it. And the story is just... what was cool about it is that I had an online friend that I had played with. And there's segments where if you go during as a certain character, right?
Yeah, it fucks with you.
It fucks with your mind, and the other guy just looks at you, and you're like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Like, dude, I see fucking presents, and I see toy soldiers. What the hell's going
If there
on?
was more of that shit and less of crouch behind cover and fight Space Marines, then it would be a much better game.
Yeah, but I love that, dude, because it was crazy.
It's a really good idea.
I remember as Isaac, we had because 100%, we wanted 100% complete it, so we went through the side routes, and there's one specific for Isaac and his partner. And Isaac sees flashbacks of his past. I was like, dude, fucking, there's something about a crush. He's like, what? And I just see this giant thing just slam on my friend, but he's still alive. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I was like, I think my game's bugging out, man. What the hell's going on? He's all like, oh shit, is that actually happening? And it was just really good. Like, I never had seen that before, where like multiplayer and one thing's happening to another person, but the other person just sees them as like freaking the fuck out. And I thought that'd be really interesting if we could somehow do co-op play, but I would hate the screen
Split
split
screen.
because it's vertical instead of horizontal,
Oh.
and that's
I'm gonna be honest. I actually like vertical split screen better than horizontal because
really
horizontal's
I think
too
so,
thin
too.
for me. Like,
Yeah, it's too scrunched, and you
I
can't see as well.
Mario Kart, I can kind of do it with, but like
Because
if
Mario
it's
Kart
like
is kind of like it's meant to be that way.
Yeah.
Other games are just like, yeah, I guess.
Call of Duty, no, it's you can't see shit.
Yeah,
you can't-
Halo's is really bad. So.
Ugh.
what was it? It was because I remember back when I played with my cousins, we would have like a fucking what's it called? A blanket, and we'd split half of the TV so one of us
No
could
screen peeking.
No screen peeking, yeah.
It's pretty
Because that's the only way I could fucking outdo my older cousin, because he already knew how to fucking play.
Mm.
And he whooped my ass. He was like, "Are you fucking screen peeking?" I was like, "It's the only way I can kill you." He's all like, "Hold up." And he fucking got like a piece, like a blanket. It was hilarious, dude. Yeah, I don't know why. Something about those games I just love, because it just brings childhood memories. Just Dead Space and BioShock and Borderlands.
Dude, Halo 1 brings back so much. Halo 1 and Halo 3 bring back so much nostalgia for me.
Not
Like,
Halo
just the-
2. You skipped 2, Brett?
Well, no. I didn't have as much exposure to 2, because around the time 2 came out, like, the 360 was coming out, too. So what I think happened was my brother traded in the original Xbox with still having the Halo 2 disc in it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
So we
Good extra
lost...
look.
That is such a rookie mistake.
So we lost our copy of Halo 2, just the disc,
Mm.
but we still had like the Steelbook edition, like the Steelbook, and we just had it sitting on my
Oh.
brother's shelf taunting us.
The same thing
I'm very
happened to me.
embarrassed.
What?
The same thing happened to me. We just
Oh.
had the case.
Yeah.
I didn't know where the fucking disc went.
Something similar happened with a Toy Story for me. Like we had, so for Toy Story 1, we lost the case, but for Toy Story 2, we lost the DVD. So in the Toy Story 2 case,
Toy Story 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
all Toy Story. It's
I actually
fine.
rewatched them recently, and they hold up surprisingly well. And I gotta say, there's a lot more adult jokes in there than I remember.
I recently rewatched just this one scene of the toy repair guy
Oh,
fixing
yeah.
up Woody. It's still so fucking satisfying.
Dude,
to
that
see.
was so
It's so
satisfying.
good.
I love
I don't-
that.
It's so
I-
animated.
I have no feelings one way or the other about that. I don't. So I know some people love it. Some people think it's weird.
And also because like I am a model maker, like I make gun of models, it just feels really fucking satisfying.
Oh yeah, hey, Brett,
That's
did you bring Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, it's in my bag.
Oh, perfect. Oh god.
What did you just hand me?
It was something that came with my Xbox One. Also all the index cards for all the characters. Well, okay, so what's funny about it is that what brings me back memories, and I can't wait because they're doing an HD remaster of it, is Halo Reach, because I had gotten the Halo Reach Xbox 360 exclusive console, and it was so fucking good. And I remember I was back then. I mean I'm still into it, but you kidding me? I love all consoles.
I love the Halo franchise.
Oh dude, hell yeah! And also because back then I was a big Xbox fanboy. I was like, screw everything else.
As you do.
Yeah, because that's how you were back
Because you're
then.
a middle schooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I even gave up Nintendo for a while, and I was all like, oh, what am I doing?
I didn't have a Wii, actually. I
You-
only had a 360.
I had a fucking GameCube, and it was the one with the fucking port on the bottom.
The Game Boy thing?
Yes!
Oh, man.
And I don't know what was with my 11-year-old mind, because I was like, oh, I'll just trade it into a pawn shop for some money so I can get it for the Wii. And
You fool.
I got one of the newest Wiis, like the first batch that came out, right?
Yeah.
The ones that everybody recalled in like 2 years because they fucking stopped working. And I was like, I shouldn't have traded my GameCube. I should have just left it.
I don't remember the exact context, but I think there's a situation when I was a kid where I had a GameCube and a PS2, and my mom was like, "Hey, there's this family that's in need," or some shit like that, and you're like, "Yeah, you can give them your PlayStation or your GameCube," and I was just like, "That's weird. All right, I play more of my PlayStation. Just take the GameCube." And then, like, I regretted that, but
Yeah.
I loved my PS2. I still own my original PS2.
And-
That was actually my brother's PS2 before mine.
Really?
Yeah, so it survived through two people, and like, fuck.
I had
19 years? Is it, how old, didn't it come out in like 2001?
2000. I think so. PS2.
PS2?
Yeah.
I thought it was like later.
Like the original Fat Boy.
Here, let me look.
Chonky boy.
I'll look it up.
I want to say 2004-ish. Maybe.
The 360 was around like 2005.
Oh, okay. Okay, then yeah, it was probably 2000. Our Wii that we had was one of those ones that like broke down after a couple years.
March 4th, 2000.
Oh, really? So
Jesus.
my PS2 is 20 years old.
And you know,
Jesus
You know,
Christ.
it's funny, my birthday is right around March 9th. I was 1 year old. I was almost about to be 1 year old when that fucking thing got released.
God.
But yeah, fucking.
The PS2 is such a
I just.
console.
And you know what sucked is I had the fucking, the purple one.
The GameCube?
Yes, and I was like, you know what, I don't give a shit. I love fucking purple. This is great. I didn't have like the silver or black one. And I regret fucking pawn shopping
The,
it.
the GameCube is also a really fucking good console.
Oh yeah.
God.
My
I do.
GameCube, that
I do have all the fucking GameCube games though. Still, I have Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, I'm
And
so excited for 3.
Kirby Air Riders.
Kirby Air
I
Ride.
never played that.
It's fucking good, man.
Did you know that during the development? Yeah, I did that.
It's like a fun, like it's a pop-up fucking ad on
Yeah.
YouTube. Like, did you know?
During the development of Melee, that's also when Sakurai developed Air Ride. So he was like, Melee was close to completion, and he was like, you know what, I want to make a Kirby game, and like just to make sure it was like, simple and accessible, he made Air Ride. I think Air Ride only has like 2 buttons that it uses.
Yeah, just 2.
It's very simple. I think it's like A and like maybe the shoulders to drift or something like that, and like X to use items or some
Dude,
shit.
I fucking love the music. It's so good.
Yeah.
I think after we're done with the podcast, I'll show you like the intro. It's fucking good, dude. But I remember I played that all the time. And then there was this one time I had a game and it was like Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah.
And I remember I broke the CD, which was a fool for me because I was a kid and I had friends over and they wanted to play Super Monkey Ball, but I forgot what new game I had for the GameCube. And I was like, let's play this. Like, no, Monkey Ball's better. And I had ran out of my room with the game and I had broke it in front of them, but also in front of my mom.
Yeah.
And my mom was all like, she's like, okay. And then as soon as everybody left, I got the fucking ass whooping of my life.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know why I did that. Again, I was a kid.
You're a stupid kid.
Yeah, so I was all like, well, there goes. And that game nowadays, even though it wasn't that, I don't know. Monkey Ball
It's
is
a very cult classic.
Yeah. And now it fucking do that for the disc alone is very expensive.
GameCube games are going up because now that era are considered classics.
Yeah, dude.
Which makes me feel fucking old.
Yeah.
Oh man. My GameCube I have is the Gale of Darkness.
Yes.
And it's funny because I actually didn't have Gale of Darkness until a friend of mine in high school lent it to me to play, and I didn't finish it, but I got very close. And it's funny because he
Like you're connecting.
oh yeah he lent it to me, and then he was a senior at that time, so he like graduated before I I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it back to him like this week, but like he was gone because it was seniors got out earlier than the fucking others. Yeah.
I had a story similar to that.
Yeah.
My friend wanted to borrow Infamous 2, and I really wanted to borrow Assassin's Creed Revelations, and we never traded back. So I just have his copy of Revelations, and I think he still has my copy of Infamous 2.
So you brought up Dead Space, and I brought up Halo, and I had an idea for us to talk about something. What are your favorite alien species, like just from games or anything?
Ooh.
That's loud.
Yeah, that is. That was.
Oh,
Because like personally, I was thinking about this because I was watching a Halo speedrun, and I was like, you know what? The elites, the Sangheli, are really fucking cool looking to me. Like in Halo 3, you had an option. You could be a Spartan.
Do you have the number? I was gonna turn it down a bit.
Oh, yeah. No, it's this is a wielder.
Lower that volume.
You have an option like Halo 3's multiplayer. Like, you could be an elite, you can be a Spartan or you can be an elite. And, like both have armor unlocks that you can do. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I want to be an elite because they're cool looking. And I was right. They have awesome looking armor sets. I think my favorite was the one where like the helmet comes in and like closes down like this in front. I think it's like the sniper variation. I was like, fuck yeah, this looks awesome.
Fucking great. Does Kirby count as an alien species?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that. Because I don't know.
Did you just yank that out?
Yeah.
You're supposed to push it down.
Oh no, I pushed it down. I popped. pushed it and then it popped out.
what is it?
Okay.
It's Xenoblade 2.
Oh,
It's
I
really.
have-
I'd be
This
really worried
game-
if you just
I wanna
pulled
play
it
it.
out.
I wanna play.
Just.
That'd freak me out if I saw that.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it the way it's supposed to be done, just pulls it out and be like, whoa. Hold on.
I will say about Xenoblade 2, dude, it's fucking grindy. Like, I think I'm barely past the halfway point, but oh god, I've had this game for a while, and it's just, it's one of those games where you grind and
That's
then you
probably
get
why
tired.
The first Xenoblade was 100+ hours.
Yes.
Just doing main quest.
God damn, dude, and I was just.
It's gonna start playing music.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Mute it.
Mute it. Oh my
Oh
god.
no, we're getting copyright. Nintendo, please.
No, Nintendo doesn't copyright anymore. They're good.
Oh, they added new stuff. Hey, that's
Nice, I'm happy about that. But yeah, no, Xenoblade. I remember I'd watched a playthrough of Xenoblade 1, and it was pretty good. And Xenoblade 2 is also a great game, but it's really grindy. It's super grindy sometimes, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. So I just had to take a break. Other than that, what were we talking about? Alien species, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Let's say-
see.
I'm trying to have a think here.
I was gonna say Mass Effect. The fucking, I don't remember much about Mass Effect.
For me, it's got to be someone from Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Yeah, I fucking adore Star Trek.
Where it's just people in rubber masks. Or like shit glued to their forehead.
Oh yeah, the Klingons. I will say though, Star Trek's aliens are good looking.
They are. They look pretty damn good for what they've had. Except for the lizard dude that Kirk fought. That just looks
the
goofy.
Gorn. I mean, that was I give it a pass because that was the '60s, and you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's iconic. Or '70s. I'm sorry.
I still love that scene, and
No,
also
you're
I
right.
like
It's
the
iconic.
music.
It's
Yeah, it was 60s.
Star Trek is older than Doctor Who.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Star Trek? No.
Yes,
Yeah.
1962.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
called Asaris.
Did Star Trek come out in '62?
I'm looking it up. Keep playing your Marios.
Asari from Mass Effect.
I'm sorry.
Is that the ones that have like the weird thing on the side of the head
And
that
they're all
everyone likes
blue.
to jerk it to?
Maybe. Yeah. Because I remember there was just fucking big.
What's
stick-
weird to me is people make porn of the Halo elites.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard
No,
of that.
never mind. It was 1966.
I was gonna say. I was like, wait a minute.
Still 1966.
I was gonna
It's
say.
the 60s.
Well, Doctor Who came out in 1963. So.
I know. My claim was it came out at the same year of the second Doctor.
Okay. I thought it was weird because I know not a single Star Trek episode is black and white.
Well, we also had color TV before the
That's
British.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Come on now.
I'm sorry.
Come on now, child.
Doctor Who. More like Doctor
PU.
Punch you.
I'm punch you for different reasons.
I have a giant Doctor Who collection.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. Same reasons.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, that's not.
I love you, Tom Baker.
Yeah, but I
Tom
just
Baker's
thought
my favorite.
fucking Mass Effect. That was
Tom
pretty
Baker
good.
is everyone's favorite, unless you're new and like David Tennant. For the record, my favorite alien would be a Time Lord, so
Time Lord.
they got two hearts and they can regenerate and change their appearance.
That's true.
What the fuck?
Unless they get killed
never watched
within
Doctor-
like an hour,
No.
or in, like
Oh.
within 24
I've never
hours of
watched
their
Doctor
regeneration.
Who, and I'm not a very cultured man.
Oh, okay.
Only in some
If
aspects.
you ever decide to watch Doctor Who, my suggestion would be not to necessarily start with the first stuff because it would take you a while to get through everything.
It's just like with Star Trek.
Yeah.
Usually a good starting point in Star Trek is like Next Generation or Deep Space Nine.
Voyager's my favorite. Don't at me.
I would say if you're starting Doctor Who, start with the 9th Doctor
Yeah, for sure.
in the 2005 series.
Okay.
I will say though, City of Death is my favorite Tom Baker episode. Fuck.
Um,
Are you trying to remember which one it is?
Sort of.
It's the one with the guy who split himself into like thousands of like across time, and he's like in Earth's history everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite one because the fucking doctor like gets like a butler like fucking flips him, and he like falls down. And he gets up and he's like, "What a wonderful butler! He's so violent."
I just remembered I also had Shrek 2 for the GameCube.
Oh, you know
I
what?
did too.
I really.
There was another game that I saw a speedrun of during like the silly hour of SGDQ. That was Shrek Extra Large.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
I had Shrek party games for the Wii. That was
There was a lot of Shrek games. But like Shrek, the way that the runner was playing it made it look like a legitimately fun game. Because he was running through everything. And like the movement that
I
you
just
could
mashed the
do.
A button.
The movement you can do in that game, like you can jump off of walls, you like wall kick, and you can like you can use your own farts to boost your jump. It's like rocket jumping from Quake, but with your farts.
What the?
What the hell?
I remember when
Flying
I had
waffles.
Shrek 2 on my GameCube, my sister wanted to play it or something, and she deleted my save data.
Oh.
And I was like in the last level. It pissed me off.
I don't think I ever beat that game actually.
I don't think I beat it again.
God damn.
I think I just finished. I was just done with it.
I was gonna say another one of my favorite like alien species is actually the space pirates from Metroid.
Yeah, those.
I also really like Metroid.
I
like Ridley.
I'm so
Ridley's really cool.
excited.
Oh yeah, Prime 4.
Oh yeah. I gotta hand it to Nintendo. Give them props for being like giving it to Rare or not Rare, Retro. I like the
That'd
heat.
be weird to give it to Rare.
That would be very weird.
What do you want us to do with this?
We're not even part of your company. We're owned by Microsoft. What are you doing?
Okay, Dan, I was thinking of that Game Grumps episode where Dan, he's all like, what were they playing that one game with that stupid plant boss that Aaron raged about?
Oh, Battle Kid.
Battle Kid. Dan's like, in the next episode, he's like, in the beginning, he's like, I don't know if I should say this or not, but I have a crazy boner right now.
You have a crazy boner right now, Sam?
Just kidding.
That's okay, just whisper the answer in my
Oh, I
ear.
wanted to do that.
Okay. I will not say that he said yes. I mean, I won't say what it
Calm down, Mario 3. Alright, you won't get me that excited. Fuck.
Look at that Koopa though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Coops.
Oh, Coops.
Coops, not come on.
Yeah.
No,
Fucking
please,
sister.
I love Coops. No.
That was his girlfriend.
Oh, fuck me, what?
Oh, it's his
Koopy
girlfriend,
Koo.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got confused with someone
oh.
else.
Koopy Koo.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
say
Koopy Koo. Man,
Man,
I just thought of the old grandpa for some reason.
Was it Koops or another Koopa that it was it was his dad or his grandpa that went on an adventure?
It's
and
his
then,
dad. It's
yeah.
Coops.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Koops.
yeah. And like ended up getting eaten by the dragon or something.
Mario, this is my dad. Coops, this is Bones.
He straight up got bored.
He got bored and he liked it.
No.
He liked it so much he stayed in there.
Jesus
Yeah, it's
Christ.
like, I'm gonna
I've never
abandon my son
played
for this.
the original Paper Mario.
I haven't played any Paper
It's,
Mario games.
I've played
They're
1000 Year
cool.
Door and Super Paper Mario for the Wii, and they're both really good.
Yeah, Super
Why
Paper
did-
Mario is really
Why
underrated.
did everybody hate that?
Super Paper Mario?
'Cause
it's more of a platformer than an RPG.
Yeah.
That's,
But I
They
still
changed
really
the
liked
gameplay
it.
style. That's why people were upset by it.
I really enjoyed it.
The story's pretty good.
The fucking
Yeah.
chameleon
I
was
love
the best.
the chameleon fucking otaku weave.
They
God.
knew their audience.
Yes, they did. Oh my god, when he was
So,
talking
The
with Peach.
localizers did a great job of that.
Color Splash is actually not that bad.
I actually really like fucking Luigi's alter ego.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, Mr. L.
Yeah.
Dude, that's where shit gets. Oh, I love
I
Mr.
still
L.
can't believe we haven't gotten an ult for him.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta.
Yes.
Super Mario RPG. That was a fucking great game.
Yes.
God, that
Dude.
boss though. The fucking. It's because I didn't realize that you could get that 1 OP shell. And I went to the final boss. Again, this was when I was a little kid.
I've never gotten past the forest.
What? You. Lovely man. No, it's fine.
Beware the
'Cause-
forest mushrooms.
Dude, you kidding me? I don't think I ever got past like
Touch
the
fuzzy,
original.
get dizzy.
It was funny because that was a lot. That was like a.
Yay, drugs.
You
Like
know what
this-
game? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. My brain just like.
Oh
shot
no, it's fine. I was just gonna say that was like just a main gimmick for me back then. Like I play a game and then like a few years later I played it again. I was like, oh, I remember this game, and then I just like, for some reason, I guess because you get older and you understand things more. It's like, oh, I know how to play this fucking game now, and I remember. I felt like I was playing a goddamn Atlas game at that time. Fucking Mario RPG, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. The Easter egg for Final Fantasy.
Oh,
fight.
the boss.
He was fucking insane without that cheating shell, dude. I don't think I ever beat him, actually, but...
I remember I really liked Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga when I was a kid.
That's one of my
My
favorites.
mom got me the remake. For
I
the
never
3DS.
finished it.
You never finished?
There's
I
like
got
one-
on the final boss and I got to the
Yeah,
heart.
I got to the final
and
boss,
I
the
never-
final part, and it was just like, no, fuck this. This got extremely difficult out of nowhere.
I just like the battle system between the two brothers.
Yeah, the battle
it's
system
very
was great.
That was fucking
I never
great.
played any of the other Mario and Luigi games.
Inside Bowser's Story
Ooh, that's close.
was fucking great because I love the final boss music. If you guys ever heard it,
I like the. I had a guidebook for Partners in Time.
really?
Fuck
Yeah,
Dance
I never played
Chronicles.
the game though.
Oh, I think I beat Superstar
I'll
Saga,
take your head
but
off.
I never did Partners in Time, and I beat Bowser's Inside Story.
What was
was
that?
dumb.
Did
That
you
was
guys
dumb.
see that?
Yeah,
saw
I
that.
saw
That was bullshit.
You should have.
Dude, you should have hit the bullet.
I never beat
Okay.
the what was the latest one with Luigi's Dreams or something like that?
Luigi's Wet Dream.
Dream Team.
Yeah, the Dream Team. Yeah, I never beat that one because I kept wetting the bed, but that was the hard part about it.
Oh, you kept making Luigi wet.
Yeah.
I was like, that game is too recent for that to be
Oh
a thing
my
you did.
Yeah, it's too hard. Fucking
It scared me, alright?
I don't wanna talk about it.
When I get too scared, I just pee. It's just uncontrollable.
I was
I-
in my bed and just peeled. Whoa.
It's a very hard game, okay? Luigi pees a lot. Fucking. But
Oh.
I'm actually excited for Luigi's Mansion 3 to come.
I'm so.
That looks
so,
pretty good.
So
because they
You're gonna drown!
you're gonna die.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, I just like how I yelled there.
You're
I saw you fucking spiked.
Oh my god.
What's it called? I love how they made the aesthetics better
I've
for the
never played
ghosts.
any Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion game.
It's a very. Oh.
We need to bring a GameCube over
I
here
have
right
it.
now.
I have Luigi's Mansion.
I have
do
it
it.
too.
I
I think
just
we
do
all
it.
get on the program. Friend.
By the way, if you're gonna play it, do the GameCube version.
Yeah. The 3DS version's okay, but it's not.
Because they reuse the same models from the
I forgot
fucking
there was a
Dark
3DS
Moon.
Dark
version.
Moon, and
I
it
thought
looks
was just Dark
horrible.
Moon.
Yeah, they're not as. It's like.
It's basically just like Dark
I
Moon.
know why
Dark,
they put it on
Dark
3DS.
Moon
They were testing
doesn't
Luigi.
touch a fucking hand on Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Dark Moon was more
Because it
pertaining.
wasn't made by
That was
the
okay.
same-
Yeah,
Dark
it
Moon
was
was
okay.
okay.
It was
I like- I
made
thought
by
it
a
was fun.
third party person.
I like the story of it.
Yeah, it was.
Do you want to count
yeah.
watching playthroughs as playing the game? Because I
No.
don't.
I can't even.
That's
what's
why I
happening?
wanted to borrow fucking Punch Out from Josh, because I've never actually played Punch Out.
Wait, which Punch Out?
The Wii version.
The Wii one.
Oh yeah.
I am a god at it. I will say right now.
Really, the Wii one.
Oh yeah, I love the Wii one.
Damn,
You
man.
beat Donkey Kong?
I did not.
Then you aren't the god. You're not a god.
False idol.
What's your fastest time?
Yeah.
Speedrun it?
You ever played the game without dodging?
Have you played Blindfold?
I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm on Sandman. For the
Have you
Like
done?
blindfold,
Have you done it
people
without
just
doing
say it.
stars?
It's just
You
like-
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. It's
You just
different.
have to
No.
listen.
Fuck.
You have to listen to the character.
I watched a video about people playing Punch Out blindfolded, and it was fascinating.
I actually played the original one.
Do you remember
With
that
the
guy?
Because
Yeah.
almost every character
some
says
of
or
these
makes a
ones.
specific sound before they do an attack.
Yeah, and it
and
was
the
NES
attack is
Punch-Out.
always the same.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
They're
Yes.
also
I didn't
patterned.
get the P. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me.
You didn't get P?
I didn't get
Did
the.
you ask Luigi?
Ask Luigi. Yeah, you did ask
get
Luigi.
Luigi's P.
That's Luigi who
It's
gave you
just-
the P.
Oh, that's right.
Ah!
I forgot that was. I always
There's
forget
an
which
item
order
that's
it is.
just a jar of P.
Fucking TF2.
Oh, I didn't have to do that one.
There's fucking TF2. There's the fucking sniper has a jar of pee you can throw at people. It's fucking great. It's called Girardi.
Doesn't it stun them or something?
Well, for spies, if they're cloaked, it reveals them for like about 10 seconds. And if somebody gets drowned,
Professionals have standards.
if you get drowned in that pee, you get critical hits on that player.
I used to play.
It's just
I
like
think you meant drenched, but I like that you said drowned.
Did I
said
say
drowned.
drowned and
Yeah,
drowned
you
in
said
piss?
drowned.
Yeah, because you throw it at them and they're covered in piss.
Oh, what
and
a
you
way
just
to go.
smack them.
I
And
used to play TF2 a lot.
really, you
I
should.
think I missed it.
You
I
should
think
get
I
back
missed
into it. You should
because it doesn't have the same issue that fucking
Overwatch has. Yeah.
You should play it. It's right
It's
there on the
like,
computer.
hey guys, I'm gonna be sniper, and everyone's like, go the fuck ahead.
Yeah, and
no
nobody
one's
cared.
like, I'm already Tracer.
They'll be like, oh, do you have the backpack thing? And it's like, oh, what backpack thing? Ah, you'll do fine. Well, don't worry.
Yeah, it's
I'll,
what-
I'll protect
Yeah,
you from
it
the
doesn't
back.
matter what fucking items.
It's not
you
like,
have.
hey guys, I want to be
Oh,
Widowmaker. Can be Mercy.
I'm a better Widowmaker than you are.
Would anybody like to play?
No, because I'll die. I'll lose all
Yeah,
your
you're
lives.
like way too late in this game for anyone to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
I beat this game in 20 minutes one time. Like
What the fuck?
And I'm just like, wait, how did I do that? It
but
says,
yeah.
it says Momu.
Mom, the government's
Moo-moo.
lying again. Yeah, I
Moo-moo.
beat
Is that
Mario
Legend of
1 in
Zelda
like
reference?
5 minutes.
Government
Wait,
stop.
what? No, that's not.
Oh, I was thinking Long Long.
I was gonna say like yeah, Long Long.
I was thinking of a fucking what's that game called?
I was thinking
where you're
of
a
a-
farmer.
Moo Moo Milk is from Pokemon.
Farm Simulator. I'm just kidding.
No, wait, from where?
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah, there you
Moo
go.
Moo
Oh, I didn't
Milk.
already have some slaves. I mean, save
Harvest
slaves.
Moon, did you talk
Harvest
about?
Moon. I fucking love that game. I don't have that game. Sadly.
Milk.
But yeah, no,
Drink from the fucking milk tank's udders.
Dude, TF2 is fucking. It's a timeless game. It's really fucking fun to play every now
I
and then.
recently, because it was on sale for like 99 cents, I bought the original Half-Life.
Really?
Yeah. Because I have Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Episode 2. And I was like, yeah, I want to play those, but I also want to play Half-Life 1. Because I haven't beaten Half-Life 2. I remember my brother got it for the PC, and like I played up to a certain point of it. And the thing that sticks in my mind is the sewer level where you're like under the bridge and combines coming after you.
That yeah.
And like that's just stuck on my mind. So I want to go back and like play through the series. 'Cause I love the Half-Life series. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
I also love Portal.
Yeah,
Oh,
Portal was great.
Portal's
Oh, do you want to do
fantastic.
Portal for the fucking channel?
Sure.
Ooh.
Did you know Portal and Half-Life are in the same universe?
The same
Yeah.
universe, yeah. Because of Black Mesa and the connections and all that shit. I
And
fucking.
also, and
dude.
Portal 2, the Aurora is in the docks.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I just something about hearing that fucking like somebody talk about like the connection just feels so smooth. It's like oh, but also
Guys, you remember when Valve used to make video games?
yeah. Also with TF2, they kind of had they tried to tie in TF2 a little bit because with the mercenaries and all that and whatever, and one of the brothers of the company got some money from a contractor which was Black Mesa. And they're like, oh shit. Like, no, don't bring TF2 into this. Don't bring TF2. And it was fucking hilarious.
Hey guys, how about you make a new video game instead of just retconning stuff?
I know, dude. Oh, Jesus
I will
Christ.
say, Half-Life 2 still looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
I'm like, the water is just.
Oh, dude.
There's the Half-Life 2 update as well, which is a free download,
Uh-huh.
and it updates some shit for the like graphic-wise and other shit.
Yeah. I had,
And then you can fucking mod the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because the original Team Fortress,
Yes.
the original Counter-Strike, were mods of Half-Life.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me that. And I was like, wow, that's fucking insane. Yeah. And it was funny because TF2 was actually going to be more a militarized game. It wasn't going to be as goofy as they made it now. It was going to be like actually like fucking Call of Duty game. And I was like, I'm glad they went with this.
Yeah.
Cause
Oh,
they
yeah.
really, dude.
That was, what, 2004? So it was really the beginning of the heyday for military shooters.
Dude, hell yeah. And what was it called? Because I remember not this computer I had, but the all-in-one that my mom gave me. It couldn't run any games, and all I could do was just like fucking Photoshop and all that. And I started playing TF2. I was like, wow, I'm really terrible at this game. I doubt I'll get any better. And it's been like a month or so. I was like, wow, I'm actually doing a little bit better. Like, what? There's a fucking curve to this fucking game.
You have to learn how to play this game? What is this? Get out of my house!
What is this? Yeah, and I just I love sometimes when I'm in I'm just in casual and people will start raging and they're like, dude, why are you
Casual.
raging? Casual?
What are you
Okay.
No,
Casual.
it's casual. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's
why are you raging?
Hey, why are you raging? And then people are like, why are you raging about a game that's been dead for so long?
Dude, that's exactly what happened to me. I'm pretty sure I talked about this. That's exactly what happened to me in fucking Overwatch. I was playing a casual game and they're like, you're not as good as a McCree as I am, so get off of him.
And I'm like, I want to be a shooty cowboy. Get off
I want
my
to be a cowboy.
Are you kidding me?
A cowboy.
If you're in fucking TF2 and somebody calls you like a shitty sniper or soldier or whatever, like, oh yeah, you switch
wanna be a
teams and you go to
cowboy.
the other one and you fucking duke it out. I love that shit. Or you can even like invite them to a versus match, so it's just one and you and him pinned against a match and they have a score until the end of the game. I was like, I fucking love that because you can just make people eat their shit sometimes.
It's actually funny because
The
I
fuck was I gonna say?
remember when Overwatch was like
Big.
popping.
Yeah.
When it was pop.
Like the Overwatch team like had to do tweets and be like, so like you guys aren't supposed to stay on one character.
Yeah,
Supposed to-
yeah.
Like you're not supposed to main one character. You're supposed to main other people.
You're supposed to do things.
And
that
then
are
like
needed.
part of the fandom was like, that's why you shouldn't shit on people for not being good McCrees and Tracers and yelling for them to get off that character. Because you're supposed to have another character you should be able to go to.
God damn.
It's also why you don't play Genji and just keep running after Winston every fucking time.
Oh my-
Winston counters Genji.
I had I remember back then when before Overwatch came out and people were like, oh, it's TF2 with hot waifus because Tracer was like the
'Cause
first.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and I was all like, yeah, I never played Overwatch actually.
I never did
I've
either.
never.
If you get the mod for TF2 that replaces all the characters with female models, you've played Overwatch.
Okay, then I've played
There's
Overwatch.
There's more characters than TF2.
Yeah.
I mean, now the heavy can be a gorilla or a yeti, but
Yeah, there you go.
there you go. It's
It's Overwatch.
Yeah, it's Overwatch. That's a great game. But TF2 is a great game, and I love that I'm getting into it because it's some fun. It's a
I used to
More like
play Gary's mod.
because what's it called? I just been wanting like a casual game that I can just play every now and then, and not like a game like, oh, okay, I beat
For
it.
me,
That's it.
that was for a little bit. It was CS:GO, but like not like online. I should play online. I'll probably do fine.
I'll do
But, like,
CS:GO with you, bro.
I want to try the battle royale mode, but
I have a battle royale.
yeah, it doesn't run that great because it's the source engine still, and like it only has 16 people,
Yeah.
but
It's nice.
it's still
Because
serviceable.
I remember I had tried to play CS:GO because that was one of the games I could run, which was surprising that TF2 couldn't run. Because I was I had some online Steam friends who were how would you say this? They were like, they were I don't know how I can say this. I'll explain it. We were doing matches to get to people, and then we take items, and then we'd sell them back out, make a profit, and then bring in again and get more items and then sell them back and forth.
You were running a black market.
Oh shit!
No, you weren't.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh, I guess.
because I was with these guys, and I remember because I wanted to get the fucking hyper beast fucking skin at the time, and I was like, I didn't have any good skins. I didn't get anything, and I was like, I just have shit. I mean, it's a gun. It's the same gun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a skin, and nothing's gonna make it better.
Nothing's gonna change.
Yeah. And I remember I was, again, because I was a kid, and I was like, oh, I want the fucking one that has a different fucking slight tinge of orange to it than the other one. But I don't think I was ever good at that game. CSGO was not my cup of tea. I didn't even know how to defuse for like the first week that I played
Really?
the game. Yes, even though I went through the tutorial.
He didn't know how to defuse the bomb.
And
it's literally you look at it and hold E.
And because for some reason, I guess because, you know how you need to crouch down sometimes to like get to it?
No.
No, really?
Select.
You look at it and you hit E, and the dude automatically does whatever he needs to do.
I don't know what problem I had, but
Do
yeah.
I have to use these?
For the first week, I didn't know how to
use the
defuse the
analog
fucking. Yeah, like I said, I was very young.
You
So.
know how to shoot the gun.
Yes, I do know how to shoot. I've killed a few people back in my day. Virtual people.
Yeah, I've murdered.
Yeah, I've murdered.
I've killed a man.
I've killed a man.
With this thumb.
With this stuff, yeah, fucking. Jesus Christ, dude. But yeah, those are some great games, and I'm glad I found like an actual casual game I can go back to just to fucking relax.
I should totally just play CS:GO sometimes, like online.
If you're gonna,
That's
I'll join you.
I don't even have you on Steam.
Get him when he comes back.
Oh yeah, I don't have you
No,
or
Josh.
Charles or anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I could join you if you want to get back into it. Granted, it'll take me a while to get good, but you know.
CS:GO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keanu. I might be able to get Keanu to play with you guys.
Oh.
Just played a little bit of it.
Oh, nice.
I saw him playing it. The other
I
day.
used to be a beta player for Rainbow Six Siege.
I remember trying the beta.
I liked
got-
that game.
Like,
until
I
didn't.
immediately got killed every time.
Yeah.
No, it was one of the free weekends. And like immediately I would get killed, and I was like, "Cool." So this is just like one of those other games where it's just like Call of Duty, where if you're starting in the game late, you're getting fucked over because
Yeah.
everyone is so far ahead of you.
So there's two games that this happened to me twice. This same event, but I'll say with the first one. So Destiny, it had a short beta that was open for a while, right? And they
Star Punches.
I think it might be Select.
and
it is. Yeah.
and so I remember during that beta they had specific regions, right, that people played in, and then they'd see who top charts because they had it online and stuff. And I remember I was second top charted because they had like the first week they'd done the story, the most they can release. After that they did multiplayer or online, battles against each other. And I was second on the charts in that region. I was like, holy shit, I'm really good at this game. And then when it came out, I played the story with my friend, and I never played it. and then DLC came out, and everybody was back into it, and I was like, I haven't played in fucking years, and my friend's like, dude, you should totally get on, and I was like, okay, I'll get on, and I remember I was so out of it, I fucking like popped my like specials into walls, and I couldn't hit people and shit.
How do I play video games?
And they're like, dude, what the fuck, like. And I still remember this. He's like, way to fucking pop the ult, buddy. And they're like, dude, your friend sucks. So, because I felt bad because I was making my friend look bad. Because he told them that I used to play this and I was topping the charts during the beta. And I was like, and that really discouraged me from playing Destiny. And then Destiny 2 came out. I was like, I don't give a fuck anymore. And same thing happened to me with Rainbow Six Siege. I played the beta. I played the beginning up until they had all the characters. Like, I didn't even know they were going to release more characters. I thought that was just it for Rainbow Six Siege. And then sure enough, they're like, oh, Rainbow Six Siege has all these characters and all this stuff is coming out. You should totally play it again. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll play it. And the same shit happened. Like, dude, this guy fucking sucks. I was like, I don't want to play this game anymore.
So Sam, I like how like every time I looked at the screen, fucking Popinski was doing. Oh no, that's Glass Jaw Joe. That's Glass Joe. But every time I looked at the screen, he was just falling over. Yeah, it was funny.
But yeah, I don't know. I hate when that stuff happens because it really discourages you from playing those games.
It makes you
ever
feel
again.
like shit.
When people just like fuck you over, they're just like, dude, oh, you're good, and you can't say it because they're like, oh, the beginning was fucking amazing. What are you talking about? Like, I'm great, and obviously you can't show that because it's been a while, and you're just like getting dominated.
It's the usual internet thing of, yo, Pixar didn't happen, bro.
Oh yeah,
You can't believe you if you don't know anything about it. You don't have proof.
that's true. But I don't know. I mean, I think I don't mind getting back into CS:GO. Destiny's gone. I don't care about Destiny anymore. It was bleh.
Destiny's dead.
Yeah.
Like, there's still dedicated players playing the game, which is fine. But like, as just overall, it's
It was in the moment. It was good, but then they kind of got it. Kind of sparked it up a little bit in 2, but it wasn't really exciting after that.
I'm trying, Josh. I don't know what to do with it.
But I have a friend who
it might be
plays
A&B at
Rainbow
the same
Six
time.
Siege, and I might get back into that because he has a group of friends,
Okay, well, I don't know.
and I know them personally from work, so they won't be talking mad shit. So
if you hit like one of the things that should tell you that you can hit the manual, like either start.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. I think it's on the suspend menu.
Yeah.
You can create a
X.
save split.
X, use your guy.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yay.
Cool.
Control pad.
It's just telling me what the controllers are.
I think it said star on the bumpers. Oh, not start. Fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Whatever. It's okay. I actually don't really play Punch-Out 1 with star punches.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I never.
I'm not some beta bitch who needs to rely on them. I'm just kidding. You need to rely on them in
When you get
the
later on,
remake.
yeah.
Excuse me.
There's one. I don't want to spoil anything for you, Sam, but like you eventually.
What are you gonna do? Spoil Punch Out?
Yeah,
I know who you fight in
You
Punch-Out.
fight Doc at the
Alright.
end, and he becomes your father.
That's not.
That's actually a spin-off thing.
Yeah,
No, that was
yeah.
the prequel thing.
Yeah.
I want to get my hands on that.
Doc
I
Rivers.
would love to get my hands on
You
that.
probably can't anymore unless you get like an SD card.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I want to look that up
Oh,
though
those
for
eyes.
that because we were talking about that in chat, the Linkle mod that they had made for fucking.
Mm.
They say it's a Linkle mod, which it kind of is because she looks like Linkle, but most people call it a gender bend mod.
That's weird. I was gonna say like
That's what Linkle is.
Yeah,
Linkle
it's
is
big.
just a female Link, and that's why I was confused why. Because I think it was you. You were like, "That's not Linkle," and I'm like,
Yeah,
Kinda
yes,
is.
it's gender bend basically. Yeah, and so I want to look into that because you said how do they mod it, like an SD
Just
card,
an SD card.
right? Yeah, but I don't want to.
Because
you
I
could
remember-
also emulate it if you want.
Charles knows how to do that.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
But he
Well,
is the Wii U version.
he's on the run though.
Oh yeah.
Um,
The Wii U version and the Switch version.
It's
aren't-
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very.
Because
very similar.
I was gonna say because I don't want to mess up your copy, so I was just gonna look into it.
I know that there's one mod where, by the way, I like how his fucking feet are as tall as Little Mac himself.
Yeah.
There's a fucking.
There's a mod
replace,
where they replaced Link with a car.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dude, I think I might fucking.
I saw one where you can replace the Hinoxes with real quick, do you think is it Hinox or Hinox?
I say
Hinox.
I
Okay.
say Hinox, yeah.
The Hinox you can replace with Shrek.
Oh yeah.
As you do.
It's so great.
No other way to play the game.
But yeah,
Like
what
Mario.
was crazy about that is the mod people who made that Linkle mod, they had started off as like a joke, but people really wanted it, so they pushed it to a full thing, even having a woman voice act Linkle for like most of his like sound effects and everything. And they were thinking about it, but they were thinking about tweaking the audio for all the characters to say Linkle.
That'd be too much work.
But they said, yeah, they're like, that's too much work, so they just cut off on that. And they customized every single armor set to fit her as a female, though. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, and it became a full-blown thing.
Speaking of armor, I wanted to ask you, Josh, do you do the thing where, like, if you know you're going to be climbing, you just switch to the climbing gear, and as soon as you're done climbing,
Yes.
you switch back?
I do.
Yeah. It's because that just makes things so much better.
Right now I'm playing through the game again, and like I just have I have that on 24/7 now, or I have the
Did you beat
no, not yet. I played, so I had it on the Wii U.
Yes.
And I played
did
the
too.
fuck out of it on that, and then I had to get my Wii U back to my brother with the game, so I got it on Switch, and I was like, I don't want to play through this shit again, so I took a break for a while.
Yeah, I had a friend had lent me their copy, and then I remember that wasn't even their copy. It was their fucking siblings' copy, and they wanted it back. And I was like, God damn it! I did get to a point though, because I remember I had watched a playthrough of somebody, and they had gone a little bit through the story, and there's certain dialogue points that are like, oh, you're not the real hero because you don't have the Master Sword. And I was like, what if you get the Master Sword before you talk to them? And I spent so many hours getting those fucking, and then nothing. They're just like, oh, you have the Master Sword. That's the only extra dialogue you get. I was like, oh, you fucking, and I was so mad. I was like, really, nothing special?
Big.
Like,
So I don't know if this will be different. Like if I go for, actually no, probably wouldn't. Thinking about it, like if I don't fight all the other bosses and like rescue the spirits, I actually didn't end up using the power ups you get when you save the heroes.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I need to save them, and then when I got to the final boss fight, I was just like, this is it. This is the big threat.
Well,
I was really underwhelmed with the final boss, and also I didn't even like feel it necessary to use the power ups.
yeah. But there's a so the sequel. So there's a thing I saw where somebody said they
Theory about Ganon being the true hero.
Yeah, and it was just like
yeah, that's right.
really thinking that like the Ganondorf is like hiding under there, and like that giant ass thing that you fought in the first game was just another Blight Ganon,
Oh, so if you want, you can
and it wasn't actually Ganon.
I think it would be interesting if they incorporate Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
lore
what's
and
with the
its
trailer
demise.
for 2?
That'd be awesome. What I'm kind of hoping is I hope it's like, so my personal theory is that I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think it's cool. It's that when Ganon gave up on demise more or less gave up on the reincarnation thing. You want one of my cookies?
Yes.
You can have one of my cookies.
Thank you. I will
Who
soft
touched my wife's cookies?
So like demise gave up on Ganondorf, and like
And chose another host.
pretty much,
Yeah.
and like, and
Yeah.
Ganondorf is
I
pissed
love
that his
Skyward
bloodline has
Sword.
been used like this. So he's like, I would like some payback, please. And so he was the champion 12,000 years ago. And if you look at the fucking thing behind Impa, the hair
Yeah, it's red hair.
and it's just
Yeah.
it would be amazing.
What was up with the trailer? You have as much information as we do.
That's what I wanted to know about the trailer. I was just dumbfounded.
That's all we have.
Really?
Yeah.
And what I love is that
I love
people
all-
started drawing like fan art.
Short haired.
But yeah,
Zelda.
of course.
Yeah.
But what's funny is they made her a Snapchat girl because fucking the tablet. I was like, how did they get that from the trailer? And people just started making.
No, that's not from the trailer. It's just from Breath of the Wild originally.
Really?
Yeah. Because she
But
likes
she-
Then why is it so recent though? Because like it has her in the
Because
short hair.
Because it's bringing
It's
it back up
resurgence.
into memory.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
I love all of the hot Ganondorf art that's been made. It's
Oh
like,
my god.
I made a meme. So basically, I took the Mummy and like I just put Link and Zelda's faces on Brendan Fraser and what's her faces, and I replaced the Mummy with Ganondorf.
God damn.
And I'm way too proud of it than I should be, but I fucking think it's hilarious.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, I don't get it, because I think I saw the Mummy when I was a child, so I was just like, what?
It's like, Josh, why is this funny?
Yeah, exactly.
I like I like Skyward Sword.
Skyward
It's
Sword,
fine.
the story It's
Yeah, the story's
It's
good.
fine.
It's
It's
so-
the fact that you go back and forth to the same fucking place just with some small differences that people hated.
It's,
I was like,
It's also the stamina
See,
system.
I didn't.
Ah.
It's funny because with the motion controls, people are always like saying bad stuff, and I'm like, I actually never had any problems with the motion controls.
bomb bowling, dude. When I saw fucking Aaron trying to bomb bowl, I'm like, it's not that hard. Like,
It's
I was
really
getting
not.
so mad at
You're
him.
forgetting that Aaron is just bad at video games.
Yeah. Or like I remember they were
He's bad
talking
at
about
some video games.
Yeah, he's good at some.
After a while, he'll get through it, but yeah. I will say though, I have never yelled at Game Grumps videos until they played Twilight Princess.
Stop.
Dude,
Twilight Princess.
I didn't even want to start because Twilight Princess is my favorite Legend of Zelda game.
That's
Okay, I'll
like-
say this
mine
right
too.
now.
I
I'll
can't
say-
handle them being fucking. I
It
can't handle
was-
Aaron being a fucking moron.
It
I'll say
was
this.
bad.
At the
It was
beginning,
bad.
they start talking shit, but then they start liking it more.
Because Danny, I would like it better if Danny played it. Because
You know what?
Danny would be like, yeah, I could roll with this. I could play this.
Dan, he's the reason why they stop talking shit halfway through because Dan starts actually breaking Aaron down and then they start having fun. I was like, finally, it's getting good.
Yeah.
And,
Dan is a really good foil to Aaron's
he is.
stuff.
He really is. He keeps the fucking baked potato
Fucking big mouth.
Baked potato.
Yeah.
Big old mouth.
But, yeah, because I think they said, they're like, oh, why would we call it Game Grumps if we're bad at games? And they never finished that sentence. And I was like, why? I was like, Aaron was going to give an answer. He's like, fucking. But they never finished the answer.
It's definitely it's also like, you know, I don't watch Game Grumps for the gameplay. I watch it for them.
Yeah, but to a certain extent, it's like, come on, man. You can't be
Yeah.
this fucking, like, ignorant of what to do.
I think it's like
At some
I
point,
can
you have to be
understand it.
making a conscious choice of just ignoring what the game is telling you.
Eventually, everybody's gonna have a blanket. Me.
I have plenty of blankets.
Oh man. Oh.
Plenty of blankets for warmth.
Blankets.
Remember, I am Mexican.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because we have those fucking
Mexicans
wolf
have a
blankets.
lot of blankets.
Yeah, a lot of the wolf fucking blankets.
And also, like, the Virgin Mary, and just other, like,
Dedicated.
Catholic figures.
Oh, shit. Oh no, Sam, no!
Zane, doing that freaks me out more.
It also doesn't help that King Hippo is really fucking hard.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
that
it's
hard.
really up till this. It's smooth sailing, and then you get to
and
it,
then
it's
it's a
like,
multi-spike. Yeah.
I don't think I've. No, I have. Never mind.
What were you gonna say? You don't think if you beat King
I was
Hippo?
gonna. I was like, wait a minute, because I realized if I
King
said that, it would
People.
be bad.
Pilly po.
Dude.
Roly poly.
I just have to knock him down once.
Yeah. I used to be really amazing at the Wii version.
I like how he just pats your fucking arms.
I like
He's not
how,
petting his arm. He's petting like the side of his chest.
I like
Oh,
how
okay.
I have a giant fucking cotton eye, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah.
And you're still smiling. Like, I'm doing good.
I'm so fucked.
X large isn't actually that big. It doesn't look that big right there.
Oh yeah.
That looks like a double XL at most. Or I mean XL at
Yeah.
most.
I have another thing to be your last thing. It was another science thing. When I was trying to go to bed one night, my brain was just like, what if like the sun just stopped emitting light and that was the only difference? Like everything
But
else
it's
is
the
the
heat.
same. The heat, the like everything else is still there. It's just there's no more natural light.
I feel like it'd just be night forever.
Yeah, but at the same time, because
Well,
like moonlight is
it would-
reflected
yeah,
in
I was
sunlight.
gonna say it would be darker.
We wouldn't have any moonlight either.
That would
We
be
just have to
perfect.
refer.
Damn, that'd be
Re-
dark.
Yeah, it would be really dark. We would have to rely on like artificial lighting. Oh.
Damn. Talk about the Dark Ages. Speaking
And-
of Dark Ages.
And I was just thinking about that right now. I was like, you know, that's pretty much just that one thing, the City of Embers.
Yeah.
That book. I remember reading the book and I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
He's gonna start
and then
blinking
the movie,
and then-
the movie
yeah.
comes out and it's just like, what? What is this?
When if you look at his little jewel, once it starts, if you hit him while the jewel's blinking, you'll get a star point, and then you
I
can
was
get more.
trying that, Josh.
Speaking of Embers, I'm excited to play Dark Souls.
I tried to play Dark Souls. And
How was it?
I couldn't.
Do you want to know my plea with Dark Souls? My dark story?
Give it to me.
This is gonna get really personal.
No, it's fine. I'm over it. Listen, I'm an adult. I'm 20.
Well, no, that's not the thing. It's just we don't usually go into personal stuff.
Oh yeah, well I mean it's not that personal. I'm pretty sure everybody's experienced this in their life. Well, not, but still, anyways. So I had first I'll talk about this, and then I'll talk about the story with it. So for Dark Souls, I had bought it when I think I was like 12 or something, because it was like I think that was during the time when I was like in social class and I was learning about fucking knights and everything. I was like, whoa, it's badass! There's this game with a knight and just blue stuff behind them. So I was like, I'll buy it.
He's going to. You have to. Oh yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh, this is different than.
That is a tough one to do.
It's different than the Wii version.
When I had played Dark Souls, of course I didn't know what to do because I was a kid. And then like 2 years later, I had gone and played it, and I got past the tutorial boss, and then I got into like the beginning area, and I didn't know where to go from there.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much fucked, and I was like, okay, well, what do I do now? And then I just gave up on it. And then later on, I wanted to play it again, but this is where the story comes.
The beauty of Dark Souls is there's nowhere to tell you where to go. You can go wherever you want. Except you can't, because if you go on the wrong spot, you'll get fucking
You'll get
decimated.
so fucked.
Yeah.
But this is where the story of...
It's almost as if it's a badly designed game.
I would say badly.
Lay off, Brett.
Brett, give me heart.
It's the kind of game you have to research. Like, if you...
the fucking...
I'm not saying like it's a terrible game.
Yeah.
It's just that there are things that people claim are really good and innovative for like hard games, and then in reality, it's just they fucked up the coding.
I mean, there's parts where it's like, yeah, it was intended to be hard. Well, because it's off of Demon Souls, which was.
I know, and I'm continuing.
Whoa.
Souls like so. I thought.
Yeah, Demon Souls is actually pretty good. I've played a little bit of it, but yeah. So for the Dark Souls story, there was this girl I liked, and this was way before she stabbed me in the back. But she had played this game also, but she beat it. I was like, whoa, that's fucking awesome. And then that's when I was starting to get to know her more. Just English, come on, Zane. And I was like, hey, do you think you can show me how to fucking beat this game? She's like, yeah, sure. So we had spent like some weekends together where we played the game together, and eventually it led to me beating Dark Souls.
Come on now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine gave me a copy of Dark Souls 3. That's rough. That's rough, Sam.
Well, now he's
prolonging
sad.
the inevitable.
If you make it through this round, you'll definitely win.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine gave me a copy of Dark Souls 3, and I was like super excited. I was like, oh man, I finally get to play this because I really thought it was a really cool game. Damn, that was close. But I could not. I still can't. I've never been able.
It locks me down at the third one, which is shit.
Damn.
Because in the remake, I can last all 5. I just can't go
just
down
fucking
3 times.
yeets out of there. Goddamn. It's like.
I was gonna say I love like the aesthetics of the Souls games.
Yeah.
But I can't get into them.
The only one I've played is Bloodborne, and I'm not.
I've played Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne.
I have an issue with games like that where I fucking have the urge to like drop the game for a bit and then try and pick it back up. But when I pick up a game that I've left for a while, I fucking have the need to restart it.
Yeah, I feel it.
And it just Bloodborne and like I assume just Dark Soul games in general are games that if you drop for a while, you don't restart.
Where you've been, yeah.
Because then it takes forever for you to get back to that start.
Yeah.
Oh
or
yeah,
to get back where you were.
Yeah, there was a moment where I was like, how far was I in my old save file? And I looked and I was like, oh fuck yeah. If I would have started from here, I would have been so screwed. But what's it called?
I understand that like it's cool to have a game be difficult, and that's fine. But at the same time, there are some things that are claimed to be difficulty, when in reality, it's just the designers didn't think about it. Like personally, one of my biggest peeves about that game is there's no map.
Yeah, there's no map.
Which frustrates me. It's like, why not? And I brought this up in a conversation in one of the classes, and one of the guys was just like, just get good and make your own map. And it's like, what year is it? Yeah, that's right. It's the 2010s, not fucking 1989.
Plus, again, also I agree with you on that part. It's like, what would the map do? It's not gonna hinder your gameplay.
It doesn't hinder you. It only really helps you if you know where you're going and know what you're doing.
Yeah.
The only thing that it really does is like, hey, you're here. This is where you started. That's
yeah.
all I'm asking
Even if Dark Souls was to have a map and it's like, hey, this is where you're at. and there's all these other paths. Are like, well, shit, which one do I take?
Exactly.
It's not gonna.
It won't do anything. It was just like, hey, yeah, this is where you can go, and there won't be like any like warning signs or anything. Because I know like the point of the game is to go wherever you want, like explore on your own pace.
Like, I see the appeal of making your own map, but the game shouldn't be like a necessity to do that.
Yes,
and
that's my biggest thing is Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne were fucking confusing to navigate.
The lore. Holy shit.
I never got any of it because I didn't know how to get it.
Even me beating the game and the DLC, which was supposed to help you understand the lore, the fucking Prepare to Die DLC, also added more lore. I could not understand it because they said you had to understand more of the lore, you had to look at some of the items you got, which even had pieces of the story in it. And I was like, holy fuck, dude. So I went online, and I remember at the time I had watched like get good compilations of like troll people and all that and stuff like that, like Invaders, and they
That's
had
another
made.
thing I hate about that franchise.
I hate Invaders. Do not get me started.
It makes the game even more difficult than it already is.
Yeah, because you
don't worry, Sekiro fixes that. There's no co-op and there's no invaders.
And that's
So
another
it's
game that
just
I need.
you like
The hell's
that.
Invaders?
Invaders are people
It's when,
who can
it's when
actually.
somebody can go
I know
into your
what you-
campaign
yeah,
and
I
fuck
just
you.
got
You'll be playing the game by yourself, and like just because you're connected to the internet and all that shit. It's just all of a sudden, bam! Here comes this dude who's like already beaten the game.
Yeah, and
you're
he's
just
naked, and he has a fucking.
and you're just starting the game, and he kills you in one hit, and it's just like cool. There goes everything that I've just worked for and grinded.
Yeah. One thing that I think I had gotten lucky because when I had restarted it for the third time, there's a guy who invaded, and he fucking dropped me like all this equipment, and then he just
Some people can be nice like that. It's just usually because
Yeah,
people are
it's
like,
Dark
oh,
Souls.
the game treated me like shit, or oh, this happened to me when I started, so I need to pay it back in
Yeah.
kind and be an asshole.
And the thing was with that the lore, they were like I had watched montages, and they'd reference a guy because he was a meme because he actually made a whole compilation of all the lore in each Dark Souls series, and I was like, I fucking commend that guy because Jesus Christ, the amount of lore there is in just the first game alone, on all three of them, I was like, that's so much fucking things to understand.
No.
I had started to really get it, and because I told you I can listen a lot better than I can read, and I really got into the lore of Dark Souls, and I was like, this is fucking awesome, man. But I don't disagree with you on the map though. Yeah, the map would have been nice. It's
To
nice
make
to
the
have.
game
Can you mod
better.
Dark Souls?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you could probably find a map mod.
Yeah. You can also be a hot white.
Not mod.
But this is my same thing with Fallout is why it's one of my arguments with Fallout and not having a sprint button and like 3 in New Vegas. You have to mod one in.
Did it not have a sprint button?
No,
4 does.
4 does. 3 in New Vegas do not have sprint. So you need a mod and a sprint, which in my thinking is that's an equal thing of you need a mod and a map for Dark Souls. You need to mod something into the game that should have already been there.
Why do I remember there being a sprint button at the beginning of New Vegas?
Probably play.
You probably had Project Nevada.
No, I didn't.
No,
I
we
didn't.
didn't.
I didn't do any mods until like a little while into it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe false memory.
Yeah, because
Maybe.
there is.
Well, the thing. So technically, there is a pre-installed sprint thing, but you can't have a gun out.
yeah, that's right. But
You
like,
move. You don't even sprint. You just.
you move slightly faster.
Yeah.
It's like in fucking. It's like in CS:GO, where if you have a knife out, you run slightly faster.
Yeah.
But like that's not sprinting. And I think I brought this up with Charles one time, and he was like, "Well, it's because you're always running already, and you just need to hold shift to walk." And no,
That's
Wait,
dumb.
for what? In
If you're
in
Fallout?
Fallout, yeah,
No, I'm a Fallout fan, and that's stupid.
yeah. It's just that's a stupid argument. It's like
You're
no.
already running? What do you mean? Like, you can't
Okay.
be already running.
So
It's an
Let's-
open. Before your thing.
I'll say the character themselves, the animation is just always running. That might be what he meant, but you're not actively the
No.
game doesn't portray it as you running.
Yeah, and also it's an open world game, and the map is pretty big. So to explore that with no sprint
Yeah.
and no like quick travel or no mounts or anything like that, you're always on foot. Well, there's quick travel, but like you're always on foot. That's annoying.
Dang.
Ball Bowl gets me every time.
I think it was no. In the first game, okay. In the first game of Dark Souls, I had gotten pissed off because if you killed or if you like accidentally hit a friendly, they'd be mad at you forever. And sometimes you would need someone because they have certain items and stuff like that. I was like, "Wow, this game's fucking terrible. I can't believe it didn't let me.
Oh.
It can't let me redeem myself for anything."
Speaking of, I think when I was first playing Dark Souls,
Who'd you kill?
I didn't know what was going on, so I thought he was an enemy because everything is when attacking me. So I got to Solaire.
Oh no!
And I attacked him.
No, not the golden boy.
And then I was like, "What is happening?" And then like right there, just here's a dragon that'll just fucking kill you. Have fun.
Oh yeah.
And then I also have Solaire chasing after me.
Oh my
It's
god.
just like, all right.
Okay, so apparently I had later
I
learned
can't be
on.
mad at the game for that one. That was
Yeah.
entirely me.
I had later learned on that you know where you kill the gargoyles right in the bell tower.
Yeah.
There'll be a
Yeah.
guy there T-posing. He's like, "Have you sinned?" He's like, "Pay me some souls and I'll unsin those sins for you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then they're not mad at you anymore. Yeah. It's because you have to go back down, then leave, and then come back, and then he'll be there just T-posing. He'll be like,
I think the farthest I got was the gargoyles in Dark Souls 1.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah. But yeah, and
I remember my first time playing against, I think it was like the Taurus demon on the bridge. Like, I was just trying to fight him, and the dude was just like, "Yeah, you know what? I want to jump attack." And he jumps and flies off the bridge. I was like, "What? What? Like, is that supposed to happen?"
Oh god, dude, I had
I found out that was a glitch that a bunch of people try like to do. I wasn't even trying to do it, and it just happened.
Wow, dude, Jesus Christ, that's insane. Because you know there's like side quests and stuff in there in the game, which is shocking because I didn't know there were side quests in fucking Dark Souls.
There are.
Yes, it involves the NPCs. They're little personal side quests. With Solaire's, it's really sad. It's really sad because the good ending to his side quest. I don't want to spoil it, but it's just sad. I'll just say that.
Fucking care.
Oh,
Spoilers for Dark Souls 1, I guess.
if you manage to take the good route for his side quest, he ends up dying. And I'm sad because you did everything to protect him, and he had done everything for his. I think it was his son, because he.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah, his son, but he was also still a devoted follower, and he was gonna do something to make sure his son makes it alive. But what happened is that for some reason, I think it was the god had given him a blessing, and some kind of sun bug got and corrupted him, and he had killed his own son. And I was like, that's fucked. I was like, why? And then I may be wrong, and people.
No one can be happy.
Yeah, no one can be happy in Dark Souls.
No happiness in Dark Souls.
And I remember he's like when you're battling him, he's like battling you, and he's all like he's trying to like break through the fucking brainwashing. He's like, just end my life. I don't want to live knowing that I've killed my son. And I was like, no, stop it, Solaire. You're making me sad. And I fucking
You're making me feel.
And then I fucking backstabbed him. I was like, this has to end.
Stop.
But that was sad though, and I love Onion Knight though.
Oh yeah.
The fucking you haven't been
And now
Onion
a
Knight?
stiff
the
drink.
furthest I got was the gargoyles.
Really? Okay. Dang. But yeah, you know what? I'll be happy to play the game for you, Brett. To show you how amazing this game would have been if it had a map.
Show you the world.
If you knew where you were going. And then you get lost every 5 minutes.
I don't think I'm that rusty. I think I'm still A-okay. I've played all the Dark Souls and their DLC and Bloodborne, but I have not played all of Demon Souls and Sekiro. Right? Yeah. Okay, I said it right. Yeah, I haven't played that one. So Sekiro. What time are we at, Brett?
Just about time to end the episode, I think. Yeah, almost a minute 30, or a minute 30.
A minute 30, barely? Holy crap!
An hour 30.
An hour 30? You know, that's good. I can enjoy that, knowing that. Oh, wow, you got fucking Dragon's Lair? Nice. That's cool. Oh,
Okay.
Alright, well, with that, guys, we're going to be ending the podcast.
Bye.
Y'all
Thank
take
you for joining
care.
us.
Bye. See you next one. Sugoi.